This week on Street Rodding American Style, it's all about the muscle car era. These are a few sweet rides we found in our travels this year, so we're going to take a look at a 1969 Dodge Charger, a 1966 Corvette Stingray, a 62 Chevy Impala, and a 66 Plymouth Belvedere. These are all coming up next here on Street Rodding American Style.
Support for Street Rodding American Style is provided in part by Kansas BG Incorporated, a distributor of BG products. Kansas BG is dedicated to the development of preventative maintenance service in vehicles for consumers and fleets. Kansas BG provides the driving community with products and services of automotive maintenance. More information can be found on the web at kansasbg.com and bgfindashop.com. And Ren Radio. Ren Radio can be heard from the web on your computer or smartphone, playing oldies from the 50s, 60s, and early 70s. Oldies like Elvis, Chuck Berry, and the Skyliners, and many more. Nothing but oldies. Ren Radio is online all the time, on the web at wrenradio.net.
They make you look, dream, and sometimes even wish. These are street rods, built or just owned by those who have the same passion. My name is David Wolf, and along with Simon McCormick and Patricia Brown, we travel to admire these passions. These are works of art and are designed with the personality and the ingenuity of the owner in mind. Built in garages, barns, and even under shade trees in communities all across this great land of ours. This is more than just a hobby. This is an addiction. This is Street Rodding American Style. Si, we had talked to owners of street rods, Volkswagens, nostalgic rods, even rat rods.
Yeah.
But today...
Stop.
What?
Dude, is it Muscle Car Day?
It is Muscle Car Days. We're going to focus on those cars coming out of Detroit from the 60s and 70s.
Awesome. Okay, tell you what.
What's
you
that?
go that way.
Okay.
I'm going to go this way. Let's meet back here. We'll compare notes later, see what we come up with.
We're going to take you with us.
All right, guys, you wanted it. I found it. It's a Vette. Finally, we're doing a Vette on Street Rodding American Style. This is the creme de la creme. It is beautiful, gorgeous, and so is its owner, Tammy. Tammy, what are we looking at?
We're looking at a 1966 Corvette Stingray.
In 1966, Daktari, an African adventure series, premiered on CBS TV. The U.S. recovered a lost H-bomb from the Mediterranean floor, and all cigarette packets in the United States started carrying the health warning, "Caution, cigarette smoking may be hazardous to your health."
Correct me if I'm wrong, but a 66 Corvette Stingray with the 427 is pretty fancy.
It's pretty fancy, pretty rare.
Pretty rare,
Yes.
fairly sought after
Yes.
in the Vette community.
Yes, it is.
Tell me about this car.
This car, we bought it in 1982, and it was hit in the front end, actually.
So it was crashed when you bought it?
It was crashed when we bought it. And Eldon repaired the front end, and he did a little fun things to the car. It is a Corvette, so it kept most of it stock, but there's some little fun things like the wheels and some emblems that he did change just a bit, because that's Eldon.
But when I come walking up here, I'm looking at, there's a whole line of Vettes all through there, but this one speaks to me. It's not stock the way you don't see them. I imagine those purists get pretty upset.
They've been really pretty good and pretty understanding, but I've caught a little bit from it.
You speak of Eldon. Eldon was your late husband,
Yes.
and he's the one who built this.
Yes, he did.
And now, if I understand right, Eldon worked with Daryl Starbird.
He did work with Daryl for a period of time.
That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
How did Eldon come up with the guts to have something that's just such a cherished piece of work to put the aftermarket wheels on it?
You had to know Eldon. That was Eldon to do that. He loved the Corvettes and he loved the body style, so he didn't want to change it, but he did want to make it his own personal car.
So it's a 427.
It is a 427.
4 on the floor.
4 on the floor.
And that would have been a stock issue back in '66, correct?
Yes, that is a stock issue car.
With a 427, how many horses are we getting out of here?
425.
425 horsepower to the ground.
Yeah.
With a fiberglass car.
Yes.
And you're the driver of this thing.
I have driven it quite often, and it's a lot of fun.
Do you ever break them loose?
On occasion.
Let's go for a ride.
Okay.
This is
All
amazing,
right.
Tammy. This is just beautiful. Tammy, you mentioned emblems.
Yes.
We talked about the wheels.
Yes.
What else is different about this thing?
The paint is different. It is a different color than original.
Would it have been available?
I'm not sure this color was available for these years of vehicles.
Cool. I like it. This was what I would want, and it looks cool. And just so you know, honey, I did this for you as well because I know you love the Vets. And this is the color. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. A couple things I do notice is no windshield wipers. That's kind of a hot rodder thing.
Yeah.
This is more of a muscle car, right?
Yeah, it is a muscle car.
Where are the windshield wipers?
Well, I have them, but yeah, don't use it much, so yeah.
It looks sleek
And they
without
look
them.
sleeker without them.
Yeah, it looks cool. It looks really cool. You got side pipes sticking out here. Was 66 a premier year for that option?
It was the premier year.
That's cool, and that's probably another reason why they're sought after.
Yes.
Awesome. Do you ever burn yourself getting in there?
I have.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, be careful. Don't burn
Okay,
yourself.
thanks.
Tammy, one of the things we get to do every now and then is I get to interview muscle cars. A lot of times we're looking at the street rods.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a muscle car?
To me, it's a muscle car, and to that, what it does, the G-forces put you back in the seat when you drive this
That's
vehicle.
a muscle car.
That's a muscle car.
That sounds like a lot of fun, and I'd like to give that a try myself. I tell you, Tammy, nothing says America like a Corvette, and this thing really does the trick. It spoke to my heart. I'm sure it does to everybody else who walks by it. Thank you so much for bringing it out today. It was a pleasure talking to you, and I can't wait to see this thing cruising down the road in the future.
As you know, while Si and myself are finding those sweet rides at car shows, Patricia is usually getting herself in trouble elsewhere. Here are a few of those times this past year.
Oh my gosh, this looks so incredibly cool. Okay, tell me what we're doing here. What is this?
Well, it's a micro-reality remote control NASCAR track. It's 10 scale NASCARs, and you just stand at the console, use the steering wheel and the throttle there to control your car.
Okay.
And you got a time limit right here. It's 1 minute and 30 seconds to get as many laps as you can. And up there you can see your laps and your opponent's laps.
All right.
So whoever's got the most laps at the end of each race wins.
Okay, well, what's top speed here? What do we have on top speed?
Well, I think these cars are running around 12 to 15 miles an hour right now. Which, I mean, yeah, it doesn't sound like a lot, but once you get behind the wheel, man, it's really, they're hustling.
A little squirrely?
Yeah, they're a little hard to control at first.
Can we do bumpers? Can we
Absolutely,
like bump
yeah.
people off? Oh, all
we
right.
encourage it, actually.
Okay, I found some little boys here, some men over there. We're gonna see what happens.
All right.
And I'm just gonna win. I'm gonna make everybody look bad. It's just
Sounds
what
like
happens.
a plan.
Ready?
Set, go.
Whoa, what's the throttle? What number am I?
48, right over there. There you go.
Wait.
You might want to back it up, turn it to the left a little bit, and now hard left.
There we go. I got this.
There you do.
I got. Okay, this is
97
way
got caught in
harder
the
than it looks.
corner.
I'm going backwards.
Oh, we got a Ricky Bobby out there. Oh,
Hey,
wow.
who took me out?
It happens.
I definitely did not get first, but that was so much fun. I cannot wait to see what's next.
Just because it's a Belvedere doesn't mean it's an old lady's car, unless, of course, she was from Pasadena. This Plymouth Belvedere belongs to Hemi Bob, and it is a true muscle car. And it's coming up on Street Rotting American Style.
Bob, I love this car. Tell me, what am I looking at?
You're looking at a 1966 Plymouth Belvedere 2.
In 1966, the first Star Trek episode was broadcast on television. Record of the year was A Taste of Honey by Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass. And Pampers created the first disposable diaper.
Belvedere 2.
Yes.
Why a Belvedere 2? What's the purpose of the 2 behind it?
It's got more of the fastback look.
Okay. So the 2 was more the fastback, was it also a 2-door?
Yes.
I mean, so no post on a 2 also, right?
That's right.
And it's clean. This is falling into a muscle car segment. Do you think a Belvedere is usually considered a muscle car?
If it has a big engine, it is.
Well, big engine, they say your name is Hemi Bob.
Yeah.
Is that indication of what's underneath that hood?
It has the original 426 Hemi.
Really? Original?
Yes. 49,600 miles on the car.
Oh my, okay, you're making me swoon right now over this car. That has got to be one bad boy to hear and see going down the road. Is it a lot of fun to drive?
Oh, it still lights me up.
Does it really?
I'll tell you, I've never found top end on this car.
Never have? You haven't done anything really special exterior-wise? There's nothing special about the wheels
No.
or the tires. There's no white walls on this thing, but that's kind of a true tradition of a muscle car. It's not really a dog dish rims, is it?
No, it's got an upgrade.
When you say upgrade, what are these?
These are more like satellite rims rather than the dog dish rims.
Would you rather have the satellite or the dog dish?
I'd like to have both. I'd like to interchange them every week or two.
What's keeping you from doing that? Yeah, he shrugged his shoulders. I know. Okay, so you want the dog dish on there possibly too, just to change the look.
Yes.
Depending on what mood you're in. What kind of mood you're in right now just driving it here?
Well, I haven't driven it for about 2 weeks, so it was real fun driving it over here. And
Yeah.
I always get thumbs up when I drive
Always
it.
do.
Yes.
I can see that. Especially, does it sound bad?
Yes, it does. Are we going to start it later on?
We're going to start it later on. You know we're going to start it later on. You've had it now for a while.
I bought it in 1992. 22 years I've owned it.
Really? No temptation to get rid of this thing.
No, not yet.
Has anybody offered?
Just about every week I'm out here.
So no matter what it's offered, you do not flinch.
No, not at this point.
Not yet.
No.
Is there a flinching point?
When I get old.
When you get old. Okay, when you can't flinch anymore, that's when you flinch.
Yes.
Okay. You're not going to pass this down to anybody.
No.
Does anybody want you to pass it down to them?
My nephew Wes.
Yeah, but he's not getting it unless he's got the money.
Yeah, he's got to cough up some money.
Okay. It's going to be a hard day when that happens, but I think it's going to be it'll be a nice farewell.
Yes.
You got a party going to be planned for it?
Well, I always wanted to go pick up my first Social Security check in it.
In this car?
Yes.
That would be so
I'll
sweet.
do that in a few years.
Really? You're not going to get rid of it soon after that, are you?
No.
Okay, you're going to hang on to it for as long as you
Yes.
can. Any plans in the future for this, besides the dog dish rims?
No, I just keep it like it is. It's what they call a survivor.
Yeah.
It hasn't been restored.
Right.
There are a few upgrades on it, like electronic ignition.
Mm-hmm.
I still have the original dual points, but the electronic
Okay.
ignition is more reliable.
Right. Yeah. So how many you think came out with the Hemi in it?
Probably close to 800.
So not a lot are out there.
No.
Do people realize that?
People that know about Mopars know about
Okay.
it. Other people just walk by it like it's just a big block engine of
Right.
some sort.
Because to me, back when it was made, the Belvedere was my grandparents' car, my parents' car. You never thought of it now as a muscle car and as a hot-looking car going on the road.
Yeah.
So I think that just kind of throws me for a loop when I see it.
Well, the definition of a muscle car is a mid-sized body with a big race engine in it.
You win with this car.
And this fits the bill.
Well, Hemi Bob, can we hear this bad boy?
Sure you can.
That'd be awesome.
Hello.
Hi. Okay,
How are
I
you?
see world's best lemonade here.
You got
Is this actually the world's best lemonade?
I wouldn't put it on the shirt if it wasn't.
There you go. You're an honest man, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is obviously fresh squeezed, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So what do I have to do to get a lemonade?
What size do you want?
I want the big one.
You want
It's
the
so
big
hot out
one?
here. Definitely go for the biggest one. Go
You
big or
got
go
it.
home. It's almost like a little martini thing you got going on here.
Yeah, but I wouldn't throw my.
I want to see it spin.
Yeah,
no.
no. That's it.
Are we ready?
There's
Okay.
lids and straws right there.
I'm
You
gonna try the
taste
straw.
it.
Taste it first.
Let's see what you think.
Oh my gosh, that is so incredibly good.
Isn't it?
Definitely. Oh goodness.
See, I don't lie.
You don't lie. World's best lemonade company right here.
Right here.
Nicely done.
Thank you.
This 62 Chevy Impala started out as a muscle car when it came from the factory with a 409 engine, but Ron has made it a muscle car on steroids. See what we mean next on Street Rotting American Style.
I found a sweet American muscle car, and you're gonna love it, and if you don't, you're probably driving a Prius. This is its owner, Ron. Ron, what do you got?
62 Chevy, two-door Impala.
In 1962, Marilyn Monroe is found dead after overdosing on sleeping pills. Ford introduces the Fairlane, and Phil Knight develops the first Nike running shoe.
A 62 Chevy two-door Impala, 502.
502 crate motor, Moser rear end, Hotchkiss suspension,
Whoa.
T-Mac 6000 5-speed transmission.
Whoa, hold up, Ron.
It's not stock, right?
No, it is not.
What I need to know is, what was it in 62?
In 62, it's first muscle cars, Chevrolet came out with the 409.
So this would have been a 409 back in 62.
That's correct.
Now David was telling me before we got here, he's like, hey, you gotta find a muscle car. And I'm about finding muscle cars. It's a lot of fun. I find this one's like, hey David, I got a sweet muscle car. He's like, that's not a muscle car. Is it a muscle car?
Yes, it is. That's the first muscle car. GM came out in 62 at the 409. Ford had a 406. We never got beat on the streets till the Plymouths come out, 63 at the Hemis.
So now tell me this, man, what makes it a muscle car?
It would go fast, it'd beat anything on the road. So
It'll go fast and beat anything on the road. So is there a rule that, you know, 62 is a predecessor to a muscle car?
I think it was the first muscle car,
So
62.
62, we're gonna say this is the first ever muscle car.
If you had a 409, that was a muscle car in 62.
So is a rule that has to be a big block? Because
yeah.
there's some muscle cars out there that don't have big blocks.
That's correct, but that was the first one. The 409 Chevrolet was the first muscle car.
So this would have been a beast right off the showroom floor.
Yes, it was, and I had one.
Heck yeah, man, not this one.
Not this one.
But you had a 62.
I had a 62
Was it-
409, 4-speed, 456 positive track rear end, and we used to race all the time.
So this one though, it
This
has
is
a
a
5-speed
5-speed.
transmission.
That's correct.
So it's a beefed up, strong transmission to
It
be able
is.
to match the 502 crate motor you got slammed
right.
into it.
That's
so
right.
it's going to pair up and hook up, and those bad boys are going to break it loose
If
and
I
get
can
it down
hook
the
them
road.
up, we can get down the road. But
Well, that's what I was going to ask, man. You've got some cheater slicks back there. They don't hook up.
Not as good as I'd like to. I just burn them off, but I don't want to tub the engine. I don't want to tub the car out and get the big
Why
wide
not?
tires on it.
Why not?
I don't want to cut up the body.
You just want to leave
This is
it
a
the way it is.
fiberglass hood. I wasn't going to cut up my hood
Right
and do
on.
a cowl induction hood, so I bought a fiberglass hood.
We got the 502 crate motor.
I
What
put
kind of
it-
carburetors you got in there?
Okay, I put the Fast 2.0 EF5, which is electronic fuel
So
injection.
we're getting rid of the
So,
carbs.
Get rid of the carburetor. This is called a throttle body.
Right.
So when you turn on your ignition, you hear the that's the 8 injectors coming off
What's
of
it
that.
sound like? Okay, all right, okay, yeah.
That's the injectors, 8 injectors
Yeah.
injecting fuel into each cylinder.
Getting it ready to go.
Getting ready to go. So the minute you hit your starter, it's on.
Wow.
It's on.
So you've got the Cal induction on there to accommodate the high rise.
That's correct.
Right on.
That's
That
correct.
makes sense. That makes sense. You know, as I'm looking at this thing, you've got some real nice American racing
Salt flat
aluminum
wheels.
wheels. But on the back, you got these back there painted up with the cross checkerboard on there. What's that all about?
That's old school. We used to do that back in the old days because you go out and spin your tires. You could tell they were
you
spinning.
could tell they were spinning.
Oh yeah.
Was back in the old days? Was there no sound? I mean, could you not hear them spinning?
No, but you could see the wheel spinning. So I did black and white. So when they're spinning, they turn gray.
Sweet. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. So they probably kind of look the same when you're cruising down the highway.
Right.
So you get them spinning quite a bit then.
Every now and then.
You ever take your wife in you with this?
No, I told her she could drive it, but she refuses to drive it.
Why would she drive it?
I usually go to the car show and she heads for the casino, so that works out.
Making your money. You got a great big old tack in there. Is that a Voodoo gauge?
Yep.
So why do you got that tack? Why do you need that thing to light up? Why you got that in there?
That way I can set my computer, my fast EFI computer, I can set it up for maximum RPMs to be
Right.
6,000. So if I miss a shift, the computer's going to turn off my engine so I don't
Oh,
blow
really?
it up.
Oh, it'll shut it down.
But this,
That's pretty cool.
With this fast EFI, I can put nitrous on it and still program my motor to burn the nitrous on
So-
the computer.
Is that in the future for you?
Maybe.
I say do it, man. Just do it.
Yeah.
Do it. Don't be afraid. Get the nitrous.
That's why I'm still working. I need gas money.
What kind of gas mileage did you get?
Probably 5.
Yes, that is awesome right here. Woo! 5 miles to the gallon. That's right, baby. That is awesome. One more thing I got for you. You got these dumps sticking out here.
Yes.
What's that all about?
When I pull in the car shows, they're electric dumps. I can open up the toggle switch on my dash and open up my dunk so you
Just to
can
get that intimidation factor going on?
Yeah, yeah.
It's awesome, man.
Yeah, I do.
Everybody loves the sound of that. It's awesome. So we got dumps on this bad boy.
We do.
Well, I tell you what, I got one more question for you.
All right.
Let's fire it up and hear them dumps.
Let's go.
Start it up.
All right.
We're in here in this sweet Stage 3 Roush Mustang. Patricia thinks she knows how to drive.
Yeah.
We're gonna see if we can lay down some smoke and burn some rubber in this bad boy. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's awesome. I'm ready. Ty is way jealous of me right now, so.
That's true.
Yeah, it is.
That's true. I don't think she knows how to drive anything with 4 wheels, but we'll see.
It is on. I cannot wait.
On like Donkey Kong, baby. Woo!
Right now, Patricia doesn't know how to back.
I am too. Look at me.
And she's got a passenger with her, Simon McCormick.
I don't think she can do it. It has 4 wheels. It can't be done. Let her rip, Patricia. Let's go.
Do it. Okay. Okay, sweet. Oh my gosh, that was awesome. Don't you agree, Sai?
Yeah, whatever. But man, you can do everything so fun all the time. Left out.
You are such a baby.
Do you want to hear a woman's perspective on a muscle car? Stick around, and you will, because Myrna is going to tell us about her sweet '69 Dodge Charger. It's next on Street Rotting American Style.
I love street rods, but we're looking at muscle cars today. Tell me, what are we looking at here?
It's a 1969 Dodge Charger.
In 1969, the Boeing 747 jumbo jet made its debut. The Pontiac Firebird Trans Am was introduced, and Easy Rider was a big box office draw.
Give me your definition, your pure definition of a muscle car.
I've had them since I was in high school, and I mean, they're just exciting to me to get in it and just kind of listen to them, that rumble. You just don't hear that nowadays, I don't think. It just takes you back, and, you know, back then you could put your foot in it and really get to going with them, and I just love them to this day.
Now today, do you put your foot into it and get...
Yes, I do.
Yes, you do. Yes,
yes, I do.
At least you're not hiding it from us.
No, I don't.
So
I
you
just
do burn
did.
rubber.
Yeah, I do.
Good job.
And my son, when he was with me, I mean, it would put a grin from ear to ear.
No, when you said when your son was with you.
Yes.
Explain that.
My son had seizures all of his life, and we saw this car in Oberlin, Kansas. We bought it from a farmer who just had it by his Quonset.
Right. So what was your incentive to get it running?
Oh, I mean, he was excited about, you know, getting it going, and I was excited. Everything to this car is original.
So you tried to meet factory spec.
Yes, yes.
But those rims are not factory spec.
No, he wanted to get Krager, so that's what he got.
So he got Krager.
Yes.
Excellent. Yeah, I agree. I mean, if you're going to go with the muscle car era, you got to get the Krager SS.
That's right, that's right.
So now you got it restored, and then so you and your son then took it to car shows?
Yes, we did. His seizures seemed to start getting worse.
Oh, sorry.
And I lost him about 3 years ago.
Oh, too bad.
And but this was his pride and joy. He could never drive it.
Right.
But
because of the seizures.
it was, right. And so my sons would take him out, or I would take him out, and he would just be smile from ear to ear. And what he did is my parents during Christmas they would give the boys money or for birthday, and he would save that up, and that's how he was able, with a little help, to restore it.
Did he ever see it finished?
Oh yes.
Good.
Oh yes.
Great.
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
That's
we took it to car shows finished.
Excellent. That's awesome.
Yeah.
What was the best response you got at a car show?
Actually, I think the most response is the color.
Really?
Oh yeah. I mean,
why the color?
I don't know.
I mean, yeah, I love the color.
I know. I don't know. You know, well, why didn't you go with the orange when you had it repainted? Well, we wanted to keep it the original. And I don't know. He loved the color, but then also, you know, it's the '69 Charger.
It is.
Dukes a hazard. In fact, my boys, a year before he passed away, they bought him the Dixie horn.
Did he really?
So that's on here. That's the only thing that's not original.
So beyond stock, beyond the rims and tires, you got the horn.
The Dixie horn.
Love it. Now, do you use it very often?
No, in fact, my youngest son, who's going to inherit the car, in fact, I'm giving it to him. I had to ask him where the horn button was because I didn't know for sure.
Are you going to use it now that you know?
Yes, I am. Yes,
Are you going to use it as you leave?
Yes.
Doggone right, you better.
Yes, I will.
Doggone right.
Yes.
Now, do you drive it mainly right now?
Right now, yes.
You're a female.
Right.
I realize this, okay?
Yeah.
You're seen behind a classic muscle car.
Oh, yeah.
What kind of response do you get from the average person?
Oh, my goodness. They look and go, wow, I love your car. And I mean, they'll watch you drive for a
So it's not so much about you.
No, doggone
it's about
the car.
Well, it's fun. I love this car.
Yeah.
Can you do me a favor?
Sure.
Can we hear
it?
this bad boy?
Yes, you can.
That'd be awesome.
All right.
Si, it looks like you found some pretty cool cars.
Dude,
out there.
I did. It was a good day.
What'd you find?
All right, I'll tell you, man. It started with Tammy's 66 Corvette Stingray.
Oh, yeah, yes.
Dude, I found that thing and it had a 427 under the hood.
That's
dude, I knew I had to talk to her
Yes.
because those things are really hard to find. But then I find Ron's 62 Impala and holy cow, this beast was set up for the street. And that was cool about it, man.
Right.
It's a 62 Impala. It was the first muscle car Chevy built.
See, that's what I was wondering. I didn't know that would even count that.
Some people do, some people don't.
Yeah.
Tell me what you found.
Well, I found the Mopar, starting with Myrna's 1969 Charger.
Sweet.
Yes, to me, Charger is a prime example of what a muscle car is all about.
Dukes of Hazzard, baby.
It is, but then I found Bob's 66 Belvedere.
What?
I know. That's not what most people think of as a muscle car until you look under the hood of this thing. All it is heavy.
Awesome.
So join us again next week and you'll see what we find then, because you'll also see why street rotting is more than just a hobby. It's an addiction.
Support for Street Rotting American Style is provided in part by Kansas BG Incorporated, a distributor of BG products. Kansas BG is dedicated to the development of preventative maintenance service in vehicles for consumers and fleets. Kansas BG provides the driving community with products and services of automotive maintenance. More information can be found on the web at kansasbg.com and bgfindashop.com. And Ren Radio. Ren Radio can be heard from the web on your computer or smartphone, playing oldies from the 50s, 60s, and early 70s. Oldies like Elvis, Chuck Berry, and the Skyliners, and many more. Nothing but oldies. Ren Radio is online all the time, on the web at wrenradio.net.